Hello, this is a review between ourselves, myself and Joe. Cheerleader. We've just played the first 40-ish minutes of Metro Last Light Redux. We only paid £4 for it on Steam. We saw the game, well I certainly saw the game in 2013 when it was released. It was actually an option bundled with our graphics card upgrade we had at the time. We didn't buy the game though. We didn't go into it. Didn't go into it. So we thought we'd give it a whirl. And all in all, we're a bit baffled by it. I am baffled by the politics, the attempt to repeat history with Nazis and Reds. Obviously, it's a very Russian-based game. The idea of the underground. I found it ridiculous that after the training sequence, the first major NPC character said, "There's loads of tunnels we haven't explored yet." If you've had an apocalypse and the only place you can live is underground, you would check it all out. We are very, very territorial creatures, the human race. We would be everywhere. Even if someone already lived there, we'd turn up, claim it as ours and give it a new name. That's generally what we all do. So I found that very odd. And then Joe's point about the training sequence. We were walking along through the training sequence and it didn't feel like we were learning anything, because while that NPC may very well have been talking to us, so was that one and that one and that one.
Very, very noisy.
It didn't feel right, did it?
No, it's very noisy. You couldn't concentrate on one thing.
Yeah, it's almost like they wanted to show you a whole smorgasbord of stuff. We've got a guy chopping meat, we've got a toilet, we've got ammo, we've got a guy on a Walkman, we've got... What? Why?
Too much going on.
Too much going on. You need to keep it a bit cleaner. I get the idea that you're all crammed in, it's very hemmed in and very... But it was odd. And then there was that... The opening sequence was very dramatic. I quite liked the round the oil drum and everyone gets attacked and we didn't know what was going off, and I thought, shit, the guys are the guys we were just talking. That was really interesting. I was like, that hooked me. I thought that's something interesting. Without that, I don't think I'd have played 40 minutes. Would you have watched 40 minutes?
No.
Okay. Because it was just a lot of talking though, wasn't it?
Yeah, too much going on. Too many noises.
Noises and people chatting to each other, and you think, well, is this part of the story?
She was bossy as well.
She was bossy and then disappeared on us. It also wasn't clear that the gas mask had run out of filter. We died, and we're like, I'm there pressing, it's going, press Q, and I pressed Q, and it just came up with 5 med kits. Well, I picked up 5, so it clearly hasn't used one, and I needed to press T, not Q, like the thing was telling me. I actually went and checked the controls, because like, what? This doesn't make any sense. So then, skipping forward to the story element, obviously, I know that there is a video sequence, a cutscene sequence somewhere in the game where that boy is talking about going to the Arboretum or whatever it was with the botanical garden with his mother the day of the strike. I remember that because I've watched it in the past. It didn't show it us today. We were brought into the game and it just said press a key. So is that because we bought Last Light Redux? It's a reduced version and I simply don't know that. Or are we supposed to have just gone and watched YouTube and someone else watched the full game? Because it didn't make any sense. So we moved through to the action sequence. What did you think of the action sequence? The shooting of the beast things first and then that, chasing that little thing.
You're very good. I quite like that bit. I did like that. And then chasing the other was a bit exciting.
Because, well, the NPC that was helping us didn't really help us though, did it?
No.
She just sort of shouted at us.
Yeah, I know, but give you a bit of a challenge, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. But then we ended up... I felt very disjointed by the... Here's control. Here's your character. You've woke up off the bunk. Here's Khan talking to you. You're taken off. You can only go one way. It's very simple. They keep you in that moment. And then we go through all the next bits and bobs, didn't we? We go on the train and going up that thingy where we're in control. They could have all been much quicker cutscenes.
Dragged on a bit.
Yeah, and then we want to be in control after the alien has knocked us out, you know, escaping the 2 Nazi guards, and we can't. We're not in control. The character was strangling a guy, and we weren't in control of that. And then it's like, go and unscrew that light bulb. Go and do this. But what? No. Explain to me what needs doing. You know, this isn't an open-ended game, clearly. This isn't Minecraft where you can do whatever you want, wherever you want. It's not an open world. You're on a very fixed track, in a very set point. I mean, I thought that whole sneaking down the prison thing was rubbish. A guy walked past us there.
Yeah.
He's a guard in a prison. Would you notice someone being that close to you?
I mean, of course you would.
You'd hear them, you'd smell them, you know, there they are. Just silly. So, all in all, we're not very happy. And we've refunded that. That's the second game in as many weeks that we've actually tried, not got on with, and refunded. So, I don't know if we're getting older and getting more picky. Maybe we're getting more picky.
Who knows?
But whatever it is, that one didn't jive. Yeah. I don't know. Just didn't jive, did it?
Yeah.
Didn't jive. So, yeah. Metro Last Light Redux. Is it worth £4? No, it's not worth £4. If you're on your own, you want a jump scare maybe, and if it got better, quicker, yeah. I mean, I think I could have put up with that long, uncontrollable rabbling at me if there was more to that first scene. It was okay. It hooked me, but not for that amount of drag on. Or you've had a dream again, a bad dream. I was pretty much in control of myself. I'm not a vicarious person. I'm not a vivid dreamer. Anyway. So we decided didn't like it, did we?
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. That's pretty bad from Joe. So there we go. Bye!
Bye!